Oh, that's what it say. Okay. In the meantime, it's time for me now to set up something that this class has been leading to. All of you should text your brothers and sisters, not Jerome. He's got to do some ministry work and other stuff. But we're leading now into a very long section. I don't want to call it series, Phil, but this section sets up Urantia first, law of 1 second. So before we get into Urantia, which will happen, and that's next. That's your next section. And after Urantia is law of 1. That's your next after next section. For a mighty long time, Adrian, we talking about Christ consciousness. Phil, we about to have a good time. We about to have a good time. Christ consciousness.
Is that your topic?
That's the topic. It's gonna be Christ consciousness part 1, part 2, part 3, part 12. We ain't there's no wordsmithing is needed. Thou does not need to wordsmith Christ consciousness. It's already smith and worded as it is. The Holy Spirit did that before we got here, Grace. Just so we're clear. All right. I don't need to jazz up the idea. Let this mind be in you. Help me, Grace.
Which is also in Christ Jesus.
I don't need to jazz that up. It's been here for 2,000 plus years. So we can just say Christ consciousness. This will not be a religious conversation. And in order for you to receive the message, we're rarely going to use the Bible. Rare. We're not talking about what the scriptures say Christ consciousness is explicitly, but I mean, how can you understand Christ consciousness outside of scripture? Like it was recorded in Quranic scripture and Christian scripture, right? So it's impossible to have where does Christ exist outside of the Quran, the Bible, the New Testament, and Roman extra biblical literature? It doesn't. But in fairness, I need you to remember Roman extra biblical literature that includes Christ was in Africa. Remember that. There's a big, strong reason we keep bringing it up. Has nothing to do. When you hear Africa, you're programmed to hear Black people. Black is a culture. Black has nothing to do with Africa. Black means fixing to, gumbo. Help me out, Black people. Jazz.
All we got to do is see one person start running and we're going to run.
Okay, one person running, we gonna run. I'm on my way, but I ain't even dressed yet. I ain't even gotten in the shower yet. Black is a culture. What they call African American is a race. Black is a culture. So you got to be careful when you say Black, because that's a culture. That's not a race. African is a geographical location. That's all it is. The Fertile Crescent. If it makes you feel better, we say Fertile Crescent. If that makes you feel better, just know that that's in Africa. So I'm sorry. Christ consciousness. Preambles. Don't get mad at me's. Relax. It's still gonna fix in your Wicca, Baptist, Christian, same thing. Catholicism, same thing. Muslim, Islam, same thing. Spirituality, same thing. It's gonna fit all in there. Preamble. Christ consciousness is an idea. So if you are offended by the phrase Christ consciousness or the word consciousness or the word Christ, don't worry, because the only thing we're talking about, Antonio, is an idea, and nobody is offended by an idea. Is this fair, Grace? All right, that's my introduction. Sometime it lasts 40 minutes, sometime it lasts 7. That's it. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. I had nothing else to say.
Melissa say it shows up in Mesopotamian text.
Or what's that? The further question?
No, the Christ conscience is not.
Of course, it shows up in Mesopotamian text. Yes, okay.
You missed one.
So I have a problem with the word Mesopotamia, which means between two rivers. So you're absolutely right. The reason why I have a problem with the word Mesopotamia, because Mesopotamia can be traced back to a people that existed about 4,500 BC or 6,500, conservatively, not even conservatively, progressively 7,500 BC. So I've got about 5 problems with this. Problem number 1, we got underwater stairs, cities that date back. Well, it's hard to, you can't carbon date stone because stone is not carbon, it's stone. But Mesopotamia has been whiteicized so much that you all think Egyptians look like Phil, Susan, and Melissa. So I have a problem with Mesopotamia concerning the way that most people will say it. Since Melissa is Melissa, she would understand. She went further back to the original people of an area who would be called Kemet before they would be called Mesopotamians. That's something Melissa would have did. Egypt has many names. A few of them are in the Bible. Cush. If I dare you, you know what, Grace, pull it up. Pull it up. Now somebody gonna. Just Genesis chapter 5. Just it's Otis. Somebody's gonna disagree with me, and they don't need to. They don't need to. Genesis chapter 5, Grace, gives something called the genealogy. Is everybody familiar with a genealogy? It means Otis begat Otis other. Otis, son of Otis Sr., son of Jethro, because you know Otis old, you know what I'm saying? Son of Jethro, son of Willie Mae, son of Ethra Ross, grandson of blah blah blah. You right? You get it. You get it. You right? You understand? Like Otha is a Baptist pastor right now, Susan.
Right now.
He's 73 years old. Otha, that's a dude. He can sing too. Be a Grace plan, but that's a real person. Otha Ross and the whole Ross family can sing. Just so we clear, right? Am I lying, Grace?
No, you not lying.
Right. There's an actual real live pastor in Galveston, Texas named Otha Ross. OTHA. Oh, they don't name nobody else. They don't name nobody Otha no more. You understand? Otha is biblical, Egyptian. Scroll down, Grace. So what I want you all to do is Enoch did this, blah, 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 blah. Go to Genesis chapter 4 for me, Grace. No, we're not searching around. Just so go blah, 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 blah. Okay. So everybody see that we are in the Bible. Is this okay? Is this wait, I can't hear.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right then. So basically, we are in the Bible and nobody can disagree with it. Well, you can disagree, but this is the only time I'm really gonna go in the Bible. Now, hold on, Grace. I gotta type this message real quick. Hold on. Somebody just hold on. Making sure. All right. Somebody was about to do something stupid. Okay, Grace. In the Bible, hold on, let me see it. Let me see your screen. Grace, okay.
Oh,
Well,
you see,
hold on.
it's still,
I
it's still.
gotta big it up. My screen is small. All right, scroll down, scroll down. Let me see. All right, go to 5 now. Now that I'm paying attention. Scroll down again. Okay, Adam's descendants. That's what I want you to see. Adam's descendants. Seth, verse 3. Last sentence of verse 3. Seth. Scroll down a little more. Enosh. Mahalalel. Enoch is down there. Keep going. Methuselah. So when somebody say, "Ooh, oldest," you was old as Methuselah, because he's the oldest person recorded in the Bible, right? Lamech. All right, I'm pronouncing all the words I want to pronounce. Grace are in Hebrew. Okay, and then so while they had to, according to the Bible, Shem, Ham, and Japheth restarted the world over. That's where you get your races from. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And scholars would tell you, or the Bible would tell you, that Jesus comes from the line of Shem. All right, just so we're clear, I'm not telling you, listen to that. I'm just telling you that's what it is. Next, is verse 32 right there. Okay? Next chapter, Grace, just Septuagint. What? Don't worry about it. All right, then, and blah, blah, blah. Skip all that, Grace. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Go next. Nobody cares. It's not part of this conversation right now. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Earth is destroyed. Skip again, Grace. Nobody cares. There's still flood on the earth. All right, blah, blah, blah. Slub subsides. Nobody cares, Grace. Still flood on the earth. Okay, now we care. And then God bless Noah and blah, blah, blah. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. All right, Noah's descendants right here. All right, this is what we pay attention. This is what we pay attention. Noah began to be a man of the soil and planned a vineyard. Blah, blah, blah. Verse 23. Then Shem Japheth took a garment, blah, blah, blah. And then cursed be Canaan. Stop right there, Grace. Canaan was cursed. No, stop your whole screen, Grace. I need people to look at me. Canaan was cursed according to the Torah due to the fact that he looked upon his father's nakedness. And this is what slave masters used to say that Black people are cursed. Allow me to explain. Share your screen again, Grace, because Canaan had locks like Antonio, Melissa. Don't take my word. It's in the text. It's in the text. You understand? Well, we'll find out. Right here. Grace 24. When Noah awoke from his wine, blah, blah, blah. Cursed be Canaan, a servant of his brothers, blah, blah, blah. Scroll down. And blessed is people from Shem. Genealogy of the Bible would say Jesus comes from Shem. Blessed be people from Japheth. Genealogy would say, so all Hebrews obviously come from Shem, Japheth, and Canaan. But stop your screen, Grace.
Is Canaan
Thank you,
Ham?
Melissa. Hold on. No. That comes in a little bit, Grace.
Okay.
Thank you, Melissa, for allowing me to do this here. How could Canaan be cursed, Susan, if Canaan is the promised land and the blessed people? Just because the text wrote about Noah cursing somebody, Noah didn't have that power.
You still on?
Hey, it don't smell like a preacher mic. And preacher mic stink. I don't know if y'all know that they stink. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ain't nobody get that. That's all right. They do stink though, Susan. I swear to God they do. Show your screen, Grace. They stink. They smell like guttural nonsense. You know, it's nasty. So you see it here. Canaan is the promised land. Why is Canaan the promised land, Otis? Because descendants of Canaan inhabit the promised land. But people use that when God said, go and destroy the people of Canaan as they were cursed. Why? Because Canaan was cursed by Noah. And why was Canaan cursed by Noah? We're about to find out next chapter, Grace. Excuse me. Okay, nations descended from Noah. Stop your god doggone screen, Grace. I had no we would not go into the Bible for the next 12 weeks, but it's fitting, Trinace, that your hair looks nice, by the way. It's fitting that we do this now because people are going to try to tell you that Black people are cursed. And I'm not, it's not Black, white, Jew, Gentile, nobody cares. I don't give a damn. That's not the point here. The point here is Christ consciousness exceeds philosophy. Do I need to write that down? Is it? If you have a philosophy about Christ consciousness, it exceeds it. If you have a theology, Adrian, about Christ consciousness, it exceeds it. If you have an idea, Otis, about Christ consciousness, it exceeds it. You ain't allowed to have an idea about Christ consciousness that is lesser than Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness means something. Can I push it further, Otis? Sooner or later, Urantia and Law of One are going to tell you, you're not waiting on Christ to reincarnate, as the Bible says. You misinterpreted it, Melissa. Christ is not coming back, Tracy. Christ consciousness is. And that is a whopper. The Bible never says, there's no point ever that the Bible ever says that Christ in physical form will come back. When Christ comes back, according to the Bible in physical form, and trust me, I cut my teeth on Baptist preaching, his eyes are like what, Grace?
It's fire. I can't
Hair
remember
like
that.
what, Grace? No, you're right.
Wool.
Fire.
Wool.
Eyes like ruby or diamonds. We can do this all day. It does not describe, Trinace, the man with holes in his hands coming back to say, hey, you messing up. It describes a different thing. So now that you Christians can now be challenged in your Bible, listen, because we're setting up Urantia, we're setting up Law of One in that order. Listen very well. Grace, show the text so no one throws stones at me or slash my tires on the way out the house. Descendants of Noah. This time I'm going to read. These are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Stop your screen, Grace. Stop your motor scooting screen. Shem, Japheth, you already heard those names, but why is Ham there? Because once a child is cursed by the church, that child is no longer of the church. So Canaan's son took over as Noah's son. Pause. How many of you have watched movies, Roman period, Greek period, the Jewish period, doesn't matter, in which a child is dead? I got one son now, it's this son. Yes, we've all seen it. Yes, yes. Or Ephraim and Manasseh. Yes. Jacob crosses his hands and say, the one. So just to be clear, Tracy, Ham now being a son of Noah is realistic, even though Ham was Noah's grandson, since Canaan was cursed, not cussed. That's two different things. Cursed, okay? Trinace cussed you out. Trinace ain't cursing you, though. It's two different things. She wants you to live. You just got her messed up. She wants you blessed and highly favored. She just wants you on her face right now, Grace. You understand? Two different things. She wants you blessed. Okay. So Ham takes over Otis as Noah's son. Is this okay? Because we know it was Seth, Japheth, and Canaan. Yes, I just read it to you. But now it's Seth. Show it again, Grace. It's Seth, Japheth, and Ham. Now, what's getting ready to happen, Otis, is it's about to tell you about each motor scooter of the motor scooters. By me saying motor scooters, I mean MFers. I'm just being nice since I'm in the Bible. Is that okay? Outstanding. I'm going to read this. Verse 2, we're talking about Japheth line. Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer were Eshkenaz, Rephath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisa, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. Nim, I-M is plural. From these coastland peoples spread in their lands, each in his own language and clan. Stop your motor scooting, Mike Grace. Coastal lands. How many of you remember that God told the Hebrews, don't you F with the coast? I would do this all day. I got these degrees for a reason. Don't you F with the coast. No shellfish, no scale fish, no fishy fish. And don't F with the inland either. No pigs, no nothing. So all the people of Japheth become, at least to the Torah, Melissa, Gentiles. You ain't got to like it. But name me anywhere in the Bible, Susan. And we both like David Jeremiah. Name me anywhere in the Bible where people of the coast is fellowshipping with the Hebrews. It don't happen. Paul got a whole 1 Corinthians and 2 Corinthians, and Corinthians on the coast. A bunch of naked women walking around about covered up Melissas and Susan. So here you got Antonisha naked. And you got conservative Melissa and Susan trying to respect the Lord. And here my naked self walking around sashaying, looking at Phil, talking about pray with me. That's Corinthians. That is, I swear to God, that's Corinthians. I'm not joking. That is Corinthians. I just have this way about me of explaining things at a very low level. Okay, that's Corinthians, though. Corinthians is absolutely Cancun in 2023. It really is. It really is. That's why would Paul even write about Corinthians? Because it was a bunch of naked women walking around with a bunch of covered up Hebrews. All right. Grace, share your screen. Now that we get this, forget verse 2. Let's go to verse 6. Pay attention, Tracy. I'm fit to bless your whole socks off. The sons of Ham. Stop your screen, Grace. So we know Ham is a son of Noah, and Noah, according to the Torah, is the father of the world. He is. No. Adam is the father of the world. You're right, but Adam didn't get the covenant marked by a rainbow. Adam didn't get the promise. Noah did. Oh, come on, Adrian, don't fool me now. I haven't stepped outside the text just yet. It was God put a rainbow in the sky. That's all about Noah. That's not about Adam. All right, just so we're clear, Ham flows from Noah, not by immediate birth, Melissa, but grandson birth. But now that's my son. That's my adopted son. That you call that my stepson. That's my god doggone son. Is that okay? Is that no? I know uncles raising I know uncles raising their childhood trauma influenced siblings as their own children, and those uncles become more father to those children than their brother. Am I the only one with a jacked up family? I got the only dysfunctional family out here.
No, you're not the only
No,
one.
good. Thank you so much. I just wanted to make sure. I had gay, what you call it, drag. I had gay drag dressing cousins in 82 before drag dressing was a thing. You understand? My whole family jacked up trade. Your family saved. My family, we don't like each other. The whole right side of the family don't like the left side of the family. And the whole left side of the family, they heathens. I come from the left side. Just so we clear. Okay. Just so we clear. Grace, share your screen. Share your screen, Grace. Ham. So the next time you motor scooters try to tell me, oh, there's no truth that people in Egypt is dark skinned. The sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. Rewind, press play. Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush is Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ra'amah, and Septicah. The sons of Ra'amah is Sheba and Dedan. Cush fathered Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. Cush fathered Nimrod, Neanderthals, Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter, Neanderthal, Susan, before the Lord. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord, the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From the land he went to Assyria, which, by the way, Assyria is completely eradicated in 722 BC. Don't worry how I know that. I just went to school and I got a photographic memory. And built Nineveh, Rehoboth, and Kala, and Rezin between Nineveh and Kala. That is great. That is the great city. Watch it, Grace. Egypt fathered Ludim, plural again, Anamim, plural again, Lehabim, plural again, Nephtuhim, plural again, Pathrisim, plural again, Kasulihim, plural again, from whom the Philistines came, and Kafortuim. So you say, okay, Antonio, that makes some sense. So what does that mean? I got you, Grace. Scroll down. Let's skip Canaan's genealogy first. Let's go to 21. So what you're telling me is, Grace, and then it gives me two Shem, also father, Eber, elder, blah, 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 blah. Grace, go back up to 16. If you don't mind going to Cush, excuse me, go back up to where you get to Cush. Cush got a footnote on it, don't it? See that letter A right there? No, it's right there. It's right there, Cush.
Yeah, right here.
Right there. I don't need the footnote because I'm a scholar. But if you can just go click it, we'd appreciate that. One began a mighty man on earth. As you scroll down. Scroll down. Oh, wait, no, I need the footnotes because I need the footnote. Think about you.
Oh.
Nah, this ain't good enough. I don't know what this is. Grace, put Cush. Okay, let's go with Cush real quick. Go, no. Go to Cush. Cush had a son named who?
Seba.
Ham had which sons?
Ham had Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan.
Now put in Google real quick. I want you to go to google.com. I don't want DuckDuckGo. I want Google.
Okay.
Cush means what in Hebrew?
Okay. Cush means what in Hebrew?
I know what I mean. I'm not even looking at the screen.
Hold on. They did autocorrect. There we go. Try it again. There we go.
Somebody from the hood say, man, Cush mean that fire,
That's
smoke.
it.
You know what I'm saying? That smoke. You know what Cush mean. Adrian, like, you know what Cush mean. Cush mean that fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. Cush means burnt skin. Ham means burnt skin. Stop your screen, Grace. I can speed this up. Egyptians look like burnt skin. Antonio, Otis, Adonia, Grace, Adrian, and Renee, and Talisha, and Damali, and Trinace look like burnt skin. Just so we clear. Now let me get back to the subject. Christ consciousness flows from the beginning of time. I'll prove it to you, Phil, even though you don't need proof. This world was made through him. Finish it for me, Grace.
Through him, for him, by him.
So what you're saying to me, Grace, is your text says without Christ, you can't live through. The world couldn't be made. The world was whatever you praying for right now came through Christ, by Christ, and for Christ. Outstanding. Thank you so much, Grace. You know, it's just such a, I don't know what you are. You're a handsome woman. This is 1292. This is the year 1292. I call you a handsome woman.
What'd you say about what'd you say about Christ consciousness and flowing?
I got you a better one because I'm about to post some stuff on here for you. What if I told you the pathbender must use Christ consciousness to bend their path? What if I told you that? What if I told you you cannot bend your path without Christ consciousness? It's impossible. You can't tell me what's impossible, Antonio. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness, Grace, flows to this universe, flows to you. Now, Renee, go and read to me what's in the chat real quick. I know you're on your mobile phone, but if you could just read what's in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Talisha, you next. You're looking good, by the way. You're looking like you're happy. And you did some planks this morning. All right, good job. Good job. You gotta do.
Definition and interpretation. Christ consciousness is an awareness of the higher self.
Oh, what you say?
As part of a universal system.
Oh, watch yourself.
It's a state of self-realization and unity with God or the divine. The term is often associated with the yogic and Hindu concept of samadhi, or
don't worry about that. That's my nerd talk.
Bliss.
Okay, that's my nerd talk. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, for deep spiritual bliss.
So the yogi Bible will be the yogic lore. We'll come back to that later. The yogic lore does come up in Pathbender, but we're not ready for that yet. Can I fill up? And I don't mean like FIL. I mean PHIL. Sorrentino. Fill up Christ consciousness. We are all one. Read it again now, Renee. This time, read it as Phil be saying. We won. Just read the first two sentences and see if it don't sound like Phil.
Christ consciousness is an awareness of the higher self as part of a universal system.
Stop it. You don't even need to get the second sentence. Don't that sound like Phil? If you agree that sound like Phil, will you just unmute your mic, raise your hand or something? He say it all the time. He can't wait to tell y'all. As soon as y'all slip up, he gonna tell you again. He gonna tell you again.
Guilty.
Okay, that sound like Phil. Because Christ consciousness is to first, Talisha, recognize you are part of a whole. You have never been an individual. You know the best way to explain this? This isn't the first time it's been said this way. Jim Carrey said it, and there's a Eastern Antonio out there that said it. I'm going to say it. When I look at Melissa, and she fine, you know what I'm saying? Melissa fine. She out there with, you know what I'm saying, pretty toes, and she doing her thing. And I don't, want to get her in trouble on that because somebody was going through her phone and looking at her right now. I'm just saying she fine. You know, she got the Marvel Comics Gray Street that looks real good. You know what I'm saying? You know, the mutant. You know, I forget what her name is. You know what I'm saying? She's doing good. But she is just part of the ocean. Rewind, press play. Let's make it a little more sense. Trinace is fine. She is. Trinace gonna tell you she fine. Melissa gonna be humble. Trinace, look at it. Let's see. Yeah, see it. Trinace gonna tell. Trinace ain't gonna be like Melissa and just be quiet. Trinace gonna tell you, I am fine. Surely is what you thought this was. I am fine. She ain't. Trinace gonna let you make it. Trinace fine, but Trinace is part of the ocean. Adonia, she fine. No, Adonia go downplay it. No, I'm not. I'm just regular. You know, she go downplay it. You know, she go downplay it. She just part of the ocean. If I can tell you, Otis, that the ocean is who we are, but by the time we get to the shore, people can consciously perceive us. Say it again, Grace. In the deep waters of the ocean, people can't come out there. That's source. Source is the ocean. They can't come see us, Phil. We too far out. Can't swim that far. Bermuda Triangle, boats come up missing, Susan. Can't see us out there. But as we get closer to human consciousness or the shore, Adrian, we cease to be the ocean, and Talisha then called us a wave. And now, Talisha, ooh, that wave right there is big. Ooh, that wave right there is this. Ooh, that wave right there. Because see, now you can tell the difference, Susan, between the waves. Not consciously recognizing the waves are still connected to the ocean. I worked on it all night, y'all. I really did. I really worked on it all night. Okay, I really did. I was trying to simplify this complex stuff. I worked on that all night. I was like, how can I get Grace? You can see a wave. You can tell a wave. You can see how waves are different than one another. They still connected to the ocean. I dare you to pick up a wave and separate it from the ocean. I dare you. None of you can. Because the moment you try to pick up Trinace from the ocean, she slip out your hands and go back to being the ocean. That's all of us on this call right now. You cannot separate us from source. Sure, Talisha looks like the individual waves that I call Talisha, and Susan looks like the individual wave, and Tracy looks like the individual waves, but we are still connected to the ocean. And if you ever try to separate Deanna from the ocean, you're going to fail. This is why Phil says we are all one. Because while we are waves, that's only because you're close to the shore. That's your limited consciousness. But before Susan ever became a wave, Grace, on the shore, she was way out in the deep ocean, existing, connected. My friends, you cannot bend your path if you don't immediately recognize that you need Christ consciousness. Your problem is, Tracy, your problem is, Trinace, you done made Christ consciousness about Christianity. Christ ain't never established Christianity. Find the lie. Point out to me where Christ established Christianity. You only got one option, and the word is ecclesia, and it is in Peter's confession. You can't go nowhere else, Antonio. Upon this very rock, I built this church. Can we break that text down, Otis, so everybody can get it? Can we break that text down, Grace, so everybody can get it? Peter, upon this rock, I build my church. Susan, the novice scholar would tell you, well, Peter, Jesus was doing wordplay because Peter's name was Petros, Peter, and rock is Petros, Peter. And upon this rock, Peter, upon you, Peter, I will build my church. Lies. Well, not lies. I'm sorry, not lies. That's it. That's unfair. Allegory. There we go. If you're a scholar, you know that's a curse word. Allegory. No. No. That's not what happened, Trinace. Let me make your Bible make sense, Tracy. Who do you say I am? I don't know, my nigga. I don't know who you is. No, that was a conversation. Ain't no sense of us playing. I don't know who you is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, they say you a hustler. You are the Christ. When I got dog it, wait a minute. See, everybody else gave hood answers, as Grace would call it. Peter gave the real answer. And then Jesus says, upon this high level of awareness, Peter, do I build my church. Can I switch it for you, Melissa, so you can put it in your next books? Upon this Christ consciousness, Peter, I build my church. Flesh and blood did not reveal to you the consciousness that it's me. Isn't that what it say, Grace? Flesh and blood did not reveal it to you, but whom, Grace?
That's it.
Who revealed it?
Oh, my Father who is in heaven.
Yeah. Because Peter wasn't ready for Christ consciousness, Phil, but tapped into it. I dare you to tell me why I added to your text. That scripture about Jesus planting his church on Peter had nothing to do with Peter. Although Peter becomes, through church history, the first Rome, the first pope of Rome. It was the confession of Christ's consciousness, Tracy, that Jesus builds his church. And if I tell every last one of you motor scooters on this call, if you don't share in Christ's consciousness, you ain't the damn church.
Amen.
Oh my. Amen.
That's a long pause. You ain't the church. Upon not correcting people, upon seeing us all as corrected, all as connected, upon seeing Otis as loved, even in his drug addiction. He don't have no drug addiction. That's why I'm using him as an example. Upon Adrian with her OnlyFans page showing her naked chest. She don't have no OnlyFans page, and she ain't showing her naked chest because whoever listen to me gonna kill her. I didn't say that's what she doing. I'm just saying, even in Antonio's worst sins, there is Jesus. And that
Watch
is Christ
yourself.
consciousness. Christ consciousness is knowing that when I was selling dope, Christ was still with me. When I was sleeping in the wrong beds, Christ was still with me. Can I bring up, Tracy, do you mind if I bring up somebody from the Old Testament? David says, grace and mercy shall follow me. Come on, Grace, help me out.
All the days of my life.
So even when he was sleeping with Bathsheba, what happened?
Grace and mercy was following him.
Okay, so when he incorrectly counted the numbers of the census, what happened?
Grace and mercy had his back.
And when he killed Uriah, trying to cover up sleeping with Bathsheba, what happened?
Grace and mercy was behind us.
That's the only 3 sins David got recorded in all of the Torah. He ain't got no other sin recorded. For the agent, let me holler at you. Can I help y'all? I'm getting excited, Grace. Can I help y'all? David slept with Bathsheba. Tracy, you know, you read your Bible every commercial break. Tracy is the most Christian of everybody here. You read your Bible every commercial break. You know God took David's first child. It's no real evidence. Well, it is, but you know, and then God, something happened with the second one, something happened with the third, but the god doggone 4th child. Who knows David's 4th child with Bathsheba? Does anybody know? I dare you look it up. Who knows it?
Solomon.
Solomon.
I was about to say Solomon.
Tracy mouthed it twice.
Mhm.
No. Hold on. Because Tracy gets it. David wasn't supposed to ever be with Bathsheba, Adrian. But on the 4th time, David's mistakes was included in God's plans. Let me hold my mic for a little bit.
Watch it.
God's plans can include your mistakes. Somebody ought to shout around here because that was a word. Because you out here messing up and God still has a plan for you. No, that's in the Bible. That's
Okay, watch yourself.
I bet you Susan, because me and Susan are David Jeremiah Christians. You hear me?
I'm
we
trying to drive. Would you knock this off? I'm trying to drive. I can't focus and listen to you. Stop it. Stop it.
because you can't shout and hold the wheel at the same time. David.
I just gotta give you one. Know what I'm talking about?
You feel me? David's fourth child with Bathsheba was, always will be, the smartest man on the planet ever. Because God's plans can include anything Phil has ever done wrong. Why? Because that's Christ consciousness. See, we're not talking about the Bible. We're saying, do you have enough Christ in you, Antonio, to be friends with someone who practices Wicca? Because Christ would. It's in the Bible. You know what? Can I push it further? Great. I said I probably this is the last time I bring up the Bible. This is the last time I bring up the Bible. But I like messing with Christians about this. This is the last time I bring up the Bible. Okay. This is the last time I bring up the Bible. I remember I was in school. I was in school, Grace, and there was this. She was actually really, really. Don't worry about what else for the sake, and it was sinful. Don't worry about it. Grace, Matthew chapter 26. It was sinful. It was sinful. It was sinful. She got on my nerves, but she had this really great set of glasses. I'm not talking about glasses at all, Phil. It's not even
Matthew
close to
chapter what,
glasses.
man?
I know.
Matthew.
Not even close to glasses.
Yeah, no, none
I
of
know.
us knew. None of us.
Matthew,
I
none
know.
of you thought it was glasses?
No,
Okay,
no.
all right.
No.
Matthew
Nice
chapter
try, though.
26. Well, you know, I said glasses. I did what I could. I did what I could. 27. I'm going to shock y'all real quick.
Chapter or
27.
verse?
Verse
Chapter.
27.
Verse. Okay.
Read it out loud, Grace, because you read so well. You know what? Start at 26.
Now, as they were eating,
Oh, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. Hold on, Grace. Hold on. Memory serve me right. It's Luke. It's Luke 7. Luke 7. My bad, Grace. See, I got it's a little gospel gumbo.
that's
That
it.
means when you put all the gospels together like they actually one thing. Luke 7, verse 24. Verse 34, Grace.
24. Okay.
Watch it. Let's blow everybody's mind, Grace.
The son of
Read 33. And I'm gonna translate 33.
For John the Baptist has come eating no bread and drinking no wine, and you say he has a demon.
Stop the text, Grace. Shut the damn screen down. Susan came through here. Not sinning, not cussing, taking care of her husband, doing the crap she was supposed to do. And you said she fake. She a demon. But Antonio came through. Go ahead, Grace. Go ahead. Next verse. Son of man. Verse 34. You muted, Grace.
My bad. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you say, look at him, a
Mhm.
glutton and
Uh-huh.
a drunkard,
Uh-huh.
a friend of tax collectors
Uh-huh.
and sinners. Keep going.
Yet wisdom is
Is-
justified by all her. Stop right there. This is why I enjoy calling myself a heathen. Because I ain't John. I don't act like Susan. I'm never gonna act like Susan. I ain't gonna never act like Tracy. Tracy saved. That's what she, she's saved-ish. You know what I'm saying? Adonia saved. Adonia saved. Tracy on her way. You know what I'm saying? She close. She real close. Antonio don't give a. I don't care. I don't. But I sit with sinners daily. I drink with drunkards daily. I chill with drug dealers daily. I can't wait to look at the next hustler daily. And they all change their lives to something Christ consciousness because I be chilling with them. But the one who was prophesied through Deuteronomy, which I'll skip you from that. The one who was prophesied to come back first was John the Baptist. Elias, King James, Elijah, ESV. It's in there. It's in Malachi. Check it out yourself. John the Baptist ain't never did nothing wrong. I dare you, Tracy. I dare you, well, we got two Tracies because Trinace alter ego is Tracy. You feel me? So we got two Tracies. I dare you, Trinace, to find me a single sin John the Baptist ever did. You can't find one. It ain't even recorded in the text. This sinless man, Talisha, they called him fake, liar. According to the text, demon. But the one who sat with drinkers and drank, smoked with sinners and spoke, you call him son of God. And y'all out here claiming Christ, we won't sit with sinners.
Watch yourself.
I feel like I'm chopping wood right now. I feel like I'm tilling soil because Christ's consciousness is about loving your husband when you know his childhood trauma. Don't let him love you correctly. I'll wait.
Mhm.
Let me tell y'all. May I confess to y'all? May I confess to y'all? So when my mama, it's the first time I said this out loud. I haven't said this at all. This is the first time I said this out loud. So I stopped getting paid from what you all see me do about 2020. No. Man, 2019 really, but 2020, before the pandemic. And then my mama came to me for 66 days. And if I tell you this motor scooter cost me $186,000 and $213, I shit you not. Ain't no sense to me lying to you. I got the bill. I'll go get the envelope in a second. Hospice is expensive than a motor scooter. And my mama ain't had no insurance. Does not make sense here? And let me tell you something, Susan. Them folk love to send nurses and CNAs every chance they get. Because the check was on me. No, son. No. See, I don't give a damn about sending to Tracy. You need something else? I'm not serving her. I'm charging her. Is it? Okay, me and Otis get it. I'm not serving her. He's so nice. I'm not nice. You're gonna catch this $5,000 bill. You're gonna catch this $5,000 bill. Because you're gonna get all that. Yeah. I'm gonna send Otha, the same old name. I'm gonna send Otha to come through and pray. Yeah, $5,000 for the chaplain to come through. I paid $184,000 plus $312. And it took all my cash. I did. No, it did. My mama was the worst thing and the best thing that ever happened to me. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because ain't God good. I have no explanation besides that right there. Ain't God good. Like I ain't say that. Susan ain't God good. That's the only thing I can say right there. She was also the worst thing happened to me because everything that I built, Trinace, crumbled. And God put me in a place. Though you gonna have faith in me or what you can do. You
better watch it.
Sir.
Play with me. See, I thought they was with me, man. Y'all don't want to play. You gonna have faith in me or your bank account. One of us need the faith. Let me know which one. Then my mom died. So now I'm struggling to pay my own bills, and I got a lot of them. I got way more bills than everybody here in these squares. You can't even imagine the bills that I have. If I just had my house bills, that would be too easy. That would be too easy. I got 6 house bills and a bunch of stuff I'm not even gonna name because I might choke the people that I had to let go. Just gonna keep it real with you, Trace. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, bunch of stuff. It costs me. It costs me at minimum about $13,000 a month to be broke. No. Take that in. Take it in. No, take that in. It cost me $13,000 to be broke. It costs me about $20,000 a month to get by. No, just let that. Just let that sit in there. Let that sit in there. Everybody got it. I mean, you ain't got to get it. I don't give a shit if you leave me or not. But as long as you got it, long as you heard that I said it, it cost me about it cost me $20,000 to struggle. $13,000 to ask people, let me hold $20. And in that, if I tell you, Melissa, that I've had to practice Christ consciousness more than I ever had, I couldn't tell you more of the truth. See, because it's easy. Hear me well, because I know if nobody else gonna get me, Adrian will. It's real easy to tithe when you got an extra $30,000.
Yep.
It's real easy to have faith, Trinace, when the account say 1.2 million and that's your petty cash account. Oh, but wouldn't that motor scooter say $87.33? And you need a $20,000 miracle in
My
13 days. It's hard as hell to tithe on that $87.33. Y'all don't want to hear me. What is that? $8.73, Grace?
Yes.
Shit. Not this $8.73. See, y'all don't want to. Where is Tamale when I
You
need
ain't
her? Y'all
lying.
don't want to hear me.
You ain't lying.
You're not getting this $8.
You better say it.
You're not getting this $8. I mean, I love you, but you ain't getting this $8. I need this $8. You understand?
Already.
This $8 is I don't hurt my hip. Christ consciousness, Melissa, is loving Black people even though you're racist. She's not racist. I'm just trying to incite y'all emotions. Christ consciousness is respecting that Donald Trump can run for president. Oh, you didn't like that, huh? And have no opinion about it. Christ consciousness is also Donald Trump saying, I don't deserve to run for president no more. You missed it. Rewind, press play. One or both of us need to act like Christ in the presidential Trump crisis that is. Either he need to be like Christ, Susan, and stop running, or we need to be like Christ and let this man run. Y'all didn't like that? Because if everybody was to be like Christ and we're not talking about the Bible, we're talking about the consciousness, the character that is Christ. Is this okay? If everybody would act like the character that is Christ and let this man run, would nobody vote for this man who don't act like Christ? That's a fact.
That's true.
That's a fact. And if he was to actually tap into Christ consciousness, he would say, man, I'm doing a lot of damage collectively to this. I reach too many people to set this example. Yeah, it's that old adage, Trinace. If every last person would bow and lift another up, wouldn't even be no wars. Last thing we about to open up for Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, we are going overtime tonight. I meant to say that at the very beginning. We're totally going overtime tonight. We have to due to the subject. We've only ever been overtime in Pathfinder like twice or once, and that's by minutes. But we're going over tonight. It's designed that way. I do apologize. Actually, I don't apologize. I have to though. I have to. Grace, if we let's so me and Tracy go together. And she called me daddy. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, Tracy. You calling me congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? She do that. She put all her trust in me. She called me daddy. Yes, baby, you doing good. And then what she do is she give me a key, let me move in. And then I hurt her and do whatever. I have no idea what hurts her, but I do whatever. like I don't mean like regular hurt, Adrian. I mean like deal breaker hurt. Like messing with her sister in her bed, you know, stuff like that. You know, yeah, some real stuff though. You know, I don't mean like some forgivable stuff. You know, not no forgivable stuff. Like sleeping with her mama. You know, it gotta be something like that, Otis. We're not talking about like, you know, not that stuff you go to therapy for. You can't go to therapy. You can't untherapy sleeping with my mama in my bed. I don't care how much therapy you got. You crossed the line. Am I the only real person on the call? Is that
No, I'm laughing because I sent down a message saying, girl, you did not see your face.
okay. Okay. So me and Tracy together, she called me down, yeah, baby. And then she catch me in bed with her sister and her mom at the same time. I don't even know if she got a sister. I have no idea. But at the same time. Probably safe to say I'm about to get stabbed. But outside of my stabbing, let's go back to Christ consciousness now. Tracy still got to love me. There's our conversation. How can we? Oh, I'm looking at y'all face. And I can't even see it on your face, but I know it is sideways. Okay. So Tracy still got to love me, but I want to talk about how does, I don't want to ask you how does Christ consciousness apply here. I want to ask us, who, we're going to start with Janae because she always going to keep it real. Who said F that Christ consciousness? We're not doing that today on this subject. Go ahead, Janae. Come on, help me out.
I'm calling my cousin.
Oh, that sounds like a who ride.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting jumped.
Okay. We ain't told Tony we own that shit.
Okay. Translation, Otis. They bury my body somewhere with Epsom salt and lime and a shovel. You know, or they're taking me to Louisiana and feeding me to the swamps, or a pig farm in Texas and letting the pigs eat me up. Either way.
You ain't even got to go that far. I mean, I ain't even get a call because I call the vice lords, whatever. What you want?
But you won't be forgiving me though, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay, thank you so much.
After I'm done, yes. After I'm done.
That's so realistic. That's so realistic. After I'm done, after I get all out, after you hurt as much as you hurt me, after I hurt you as much as you hurt me, then I'll forgive you. Go ahead, Talisha. Come on, this conversation time now.
Okay. I'm gonna be kind of careful with my words.
Don't be careful.
Pain. No, I'm in pain.
You got your wisdom tooth taken out?
Oh, so
oh, God, you need some. You need some weed or edible or something, but don't worry about it. Keep going. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I can't. Anyway, at this point in stage, that wouldn't even bother me because of the stuff that I've seen and been through. I look at men as just not surprising.
So why it don't bother you though? You ain't forgave men, and that's not Christ consciousness. The reason it don't bother you is because we become the dirt on your shoe. We're too insignificant to
yeah.
bother you.
That's
Shit.
that's what it is.
Okay,
That's
thank
what
you
it
so
is.
much. Okay, now right, come talk to me now.
Because I was just thinking about like one of my friends is supposed to be my daughter's with one of my friends right now because I just started a new adventure. And I told her, I was like, hey, you and her dad's supposed to be getting her next week. I was like, y'all work it out. He never met her, they never met each other, whatever. But she was like, well, I don't feel comfortable getting his number and da da da. I was just like, he my ex. Like, I don't, I don't care. Y'all decide to screw the next day and you tell me about it, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't bother me. My problem would be don't do it in my bed, because you got the key to my house. And if he come over, whatever, to get my daughter, whatever, y'all do that, just don't do it in my bed. I don't care what you do. So with the whole thing with the sister and the mother, that wouldn't bother me. That's what you felt like you need to do. You do it. You do it. Get yours. I wouldn't care. Because like you said, I'm at that stage where you're at the bottom of my feet. And
I know.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be like this, but that's just how I am. And guess what? At the end of the day, God got to deal with you. You got to live with what you did. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's why we're gonna be here for like 19,000 weeks. Because everything you just said, here's the difference between Christ consciousness. Everything. Who disagrees with Talisha? Because I don't. Who disagree? I didn't ask you for I didn't ask for a spiritual answer. Let me rephrase it. Whose flesh disagrees with Talisha? There we go. Because I don't disagree with Talisha. Not my flesh at all. And there's the difference between Christ. Christ consciousness says, just because you are justified, don't make you of Christ, in Christ, through Christ, or right. Should Antonio be cussed the blank out? Yep, I should, Melissa. But are you supposed to correct me and do it? No. Is Talisha wrong? Absolutely not. But did Talisha come here to descend or ascend? And that be y'all problem. Y'all problem is you right in the motor scooter. Every time I say motor scooter, that's MF. You right in a motor scooter. But you didn't come here, Antonio, to be right. You came here to be Christ. Whoa, that's a t-shirt. Didn't come here to be right. I came here to be Christ.
That's why you irked me, because I can say that I can come in the way that she started and
yeah, thank you, Talisha. You own it.
Yes, because when that piece of that feeling that they become something else,
right,
then you'll be able to pass through
right.
the knot, the you don't want to care because you don't want it to hurt. And once we get past that part, it's like, whatever. But all I can say is that through my life, through the things that have happened, the way that people have done what they've done, and I bless God for my parents because they have always talked that dumb stuff. And I used to think these people are crazy, out of their mind. But sitting at 45, it is one of it's the best thing for us all to be able to do. So I like how you said, do you want to ascend or descend? Because in order to actually get that blessing, you do want to go up. You do go above it.
It's what you came here for.
That is that Christ consciousness. And your whole entire introduction.
It was a doozy.
But it was magnificent though. I've never seen the association of the wave and the ocean
Oh
That was
yeah.
powerful, bro. I'm gonna have to use it because
Appreciate you.
that
That's
was
all yours.
I'm gonna have to use that because that was powerful. But then think of the things that happen in the ocean.
Yep.
People die in the ocean. People get bit by sharks in the ocean. You can get stung by the stingray in the ocean. But then
Mhm.
people still love the ocean. So it's like that's powerful. We can talk for that. Listen, I don't want to talk about it because it's like once you get past it and then you go above it, it's hard to even see it. And like I make it a point to make those people my people.
Fair enough.
People that have done me dirty, people that have done me wrong, people that have shown themselves and over again, they're my people.
Yeah.
Because they would be Christ people. And I realize that I get blessings from that. But it is one of the hardest things in the world to do. So so I hear where you are, Talisha, because I feel that because that's a new hurt. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
when it gets older, you'll be able to look at that and look past it and be like, you know what?
Yeah. And it's easy not to care about somebody than to
And
care about them and let them hurt
you
you.
really don't freaking care about. But like to have that thought about, like I walked in on somebody sleep in the bed that I love dearly. So to have that
And
thought,
they
like,
still living?
yes,
Well,
but
look at
wait
you,
a minute,
look at the God in you.
listen. No. Look at the God in my God, because he died about 2 weeks later in a damn car accident.
That's about right.
But you have to get over it now because he's not even here to live the life to fight it. You understand? So I had to see it in a different way to be able to move past it. But I lived it. And you know how we have those thoughts like, I'm gonna call my cousin, I'm gonna snatch this broad out, whatever, however, all of the thoughts went through my mind. But in the moment, none of it happened. None of it happened. The hurt, the demise, and all that. But no, that's why I always said that if anybody does anything wrong, if you don't do it, God does better than you will ever do. I mean, I was upset that he took him, but knowing what I know now and how life is, I mean, I have seen people talk bad about me and then fall down 15 flights of stairs, butt naked. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. I mean, God.
And that's my God. I look at that like that's my God. You steal from me, walk across the street and get hit by a fucking bus. I mean, that's my God. That's what he do.
Every Christian should believe that you don't need to fight your battles because when God punished people, it's far worse than you ever could.
Far, far, far worse. So
but
I
that
don't
ain't
know
how
if
we
that's
act, though. That ain't how we act. Because we're going to cut somebody out because God taking too long.
Oh, no, I'm going to cuss you out just because. I apologize. And I do have to apologize because I think I need to just work on the cussing of the out. Because I don't know. That's not Christ consciousness. I mean, like, but it's funny because the only people that really get the worst of me are church people.
Well, that's because you hang around them the most, right? You got the most in common with them. Jesus had the most in common with Pharisees, and they got the worst to him.
Is that what it is? Oh.
Yeah, Jesus ain't talked to the Sadducees. He ain't kept. But he stayed in argument with the Pharisees because he was a Pharisee.
So what I need to do? Leave the church?
You probably need to masturbate. Let me help all y'all out real quick. No. I'm dead serious. Hold on. I'm dead serious with this. I'm dead serious with this. Like a lot of y'all, like masturbation should be like a prescription because you can't go to war and have an orgasm. You can't do both at the same time. You can't even be who's mad 30 minutes after orgasm. I'm confused. Damn, y'all that saved? Some of y'all that saved that you can't hear the word orgasm without getting clammed up?
Listen,
That's a
it's not even
word.
about the orgasm, but you're probably right because it's probably
I
been a long
am
time.
right.
If the masturbation don't give the orgasm, then what's the fucking point
Everybody
of the
who go to
masturbation?
y'all jobs and give y'all a hard time, every pent up Christian that's punishing you has a terrible sex life, a terrible love life, love outside of sex. If I don't run my house, I'm going to go to work and make sure Susan has a terrible ass day. How is this not common sense? If Deanna runs me, I'm gonna make sure I run Phil. It's got to come out, and I can't do it to her, so I'm gonna do it to him. This common sense, this, come on, y'all. This DSM-5 common sense. This ain't hard. If I don't run my house, I'm gonna go to work running it. If I run my house, I'm the coolest boss at work. Phil be like, man, hey, I want to take lunch. Shit, I don't care, Phil. Go take lunch, man. Just come back. You did your job. I don't get. Phil, Otis, Jerome, who's not here, he's helping somebody out. You know why they follow me, which I do appreciate, and they listen to me? Because they the damn man in their own house. No offense to you, Susan. These mother scooters run with they run. This ain't hard. This isn't hard knowledge. They run their own kingdom and act just like Antonio, baby. You run this. You run this. You run it until you step too far. I don't know a feminist on the planet that don't secretly want a strong man to say, now you went too damn far, Susan. Probably not the damn, but you get the point though. All right. You get the point. Every feminist wants a man they can't outrun and overrun. If not, that feminist becomes lesbian. Yeah, this ain't hard. These are real simple conversation. Y'all are so spiritually abused, you can't even talk about sex without clamming up. Sheesh. Tracy, then Trinace, and I got a video to play. Oh, and hold on. Before you go, Tracy, Deanna's dad is now out the hospital. He's home. She's on the way to get the medicine. That's been a whole ordeal. We've been dealing with that for about a week. So he is out. Thumbs up. So there you go. Thumbs up. There you go. All right, then. He did have a heart attack. But they didn't need to do the inside stuff, stents and the surgery. They're going to treat it with medicine. So he got another pill though, Susan, or maybe 2 or 3. But, if he just get on a Susan diet, he'll be fine. But can I tell you what I told him today? And I told Deanna, because Deanna was like, you changed. Now I was like, no, wait a damn minute now, Deanna. No, wait a minute now. Hold on. This is what I told Deanna. Deanna, where you at? Where you at? Let's see if she might be in the car. I swear to God, I told Deanna. I said, wait a minute now. And I told her what she wanted me to. Okay. Did I tell you what I'm about to tell them?
Oh, I can say it that way. They know it's true.
Go ahead.
He told me, he said, you just like your damn daddy.
Mm-hmm. I did. I said,
like,
damn.
you're right. He said, but the difference between you and your daddy left his legacy. Your daddy can leave here tomorrow. And he knows y'all got a house, y'all got a car, and y'all got money.
Millions of dollars is what I said. I said millions of dollars. I don't care if he hear me or not. I say goddamn millions of dollars. Don't play with me. I know what I said.
He said, but if you leave here tomorrow, what Don got? And when I told my dad that, my dad laughed and he said, you still got Don to raise.
So
my dad agreed with everything Antonio said.
Because I'm old school. I'm oldest age. You hear me? I'm Phil's age. I'm old school. I told her, I said, if your daddy, because his daddy had something heart related, Susan, 6 months ago. 2 days later, he was smoking his cigarettes, drinking this drink. And now he needs to change. I say, no, the hell he don't. I say, he probably do need to stop smoking, but he don't need to change. This man had left millions of dollars for y'all. A house, took care of y'all, did his damn job. So if he want to go out that way, that's his damn job. He did what he was supposed to do. What you not allowed to do is act like your damn daddy. And you ain't even accomplished what he accomplished. That's what's wrong with you young folk. You want to act like old folk, but ain't went through Susan years. You ain't went through Phil's struggle, but you want to act like Phil today. I know I'm talking. So if he want to come out, smoke his little cigarettes, drink his little drink, take his little medicine, that's his damn responsibility. You know how I know, Melissa? Because he did his job. Bible says a man that don't leave a legacy is a fool. He left a legacy and a house. 7 people can't take care of themselves. He took care of them. How the hell are you going to tell this man change? You would never be able to tell me change. I left you $2 million. You crazy as hell. If I left you $2 million, shut up before I take it. Now pour me this yak before I pour it myself.
Reverend.
If you ain't been through Phil and Susan struggle, but you trying to get Phil and Susan harvest, shut your mouth. Let me say this one thing, Tracy, before I get to you. Give me 2 minutes, Tracy, and I'm coming to you. So get just 2 minutes. Old preacher, I swear to God, this is true. This is an honest to God true story. Old preacher say, a young preacher. It was actually, I can't tell you who it was. It was actually a brother in the ministry of mine. Oldest, I swear to God, it's true. Damn. Wheat. It was wheat. That's why I'm laughing. Because great. Okay, I did. Wheat act just like Antonio, but a 50-year-old version of Antonio, but a smoother. My edges are rough, Melissa. His edges were smooth. My edges are rough. You know, I ain't start passing until I was 30, because I would have put a black eye on the church any year before. God had to wait till I was 30 to get me to take care of his people. You understand? I just keep it real with you. I ain't gonna lie. Because at 29, I'd still messed up the church, Adrian. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to be all the way 30, just so we clear. Okay. Man, give me that message. Oh man, you can have this message. Pastor, I want to be just like you. Okay, come here, young man. Come here, Smith. Come here. I swear to God, this happened. God, we went right into prayer in front of the church. God, or let Trinace get divorced 2 times, 3 repossessions, let her have a heart attack, lose all her friends. Wait a minute, Pastor. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought you said you wanted what I got. Did you miss the lesson? In order to get what Phil and Susan got, you got to lose what Phil and Susan lost. That ain't taking long at all. Come on, Trace. I didn't even need 2 minutes. That was 45 seconds. Come on, hit me with it.
My question was for back when you were talking about having Christ consciousness, and you were using my name in that example.
Oh, yeah, I was. Yeah. I think we was married at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's just like my question is this.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about Christ consciousness, in the Bible, it also shows how Jesus wasn't just nice all the time, and how
I saw y'all flipping tables comments. I did see you flipping tables.
I started researching, doing some more, but it was more than just that too. He had other times. So my question is this: if we are going to be Christ conscious, doesn't that also include those types of aspects of Christ? Because when it comes to relationships, like I would say for me, like out of everything in my life that I've been praying for and things like that, I would say the relationship part is the thorn in my side, right? And
Yep.
so what's your
I
trying
got
to
you.
frame the question
You
because
don't need to. I got you. Grace, do me a favor. I want you to text or Zoom privately, Tracy, the only thing on the planet you've ever seen make me mad. Let me know when that text is finished. We're going to have an uncomfortable, boring silence until then. Worry not. These waters are pretty good, by the way. The Pellegrino, whatever it is. The green bottle with the S's and the P's. And whatever it is. It's pretty good. It's all right. Got me a few. You did okay. Tracy, now I don't know what she sent, but I know I changeth not. Okay. The only time y'all ever seen Jesus in the Bible correct somebody, Trinace, was for injustice to the collective. If it was not about messing with the team, messing with the collective, if it wasn't injustice to mankind, Jesus did not flip a table. Jesus let Thomas act like Thomas. Let Matthew be a tax collector. Let Zacchaeus be up in a tree. Let Peter be a hustler. Hear me well. Hear me very well. The time Jesus stood up for himself, y'all got it? Yes. The time Jesus stood up for himself, it was always, or he never stood up for himself. He always stood up for the collective. Is this clear? So if you want to get mad, Otis, get mad about injustice. Martin Luther King did a really good job. He calls it civil disobedience. He did a really good job describing this. So if you're going to get mad, Renee, get mad that Antonio didn't keep his promise with Phil and Susan. Don't get mad about nothing else. Because if I don't keep my promise with Phil and Susan, that's an injustice. If I watch the hangman hang a Negro, that's an injustice. If I watch a woman be raped, that's an injustice. That's when you act like the other side of Christ. That's when Christ starts being a fox, and a sheep, and starts being a lion. This is about injustice. Am I mad that Donald Trump is running for president? No. Am I mad that Donald Trump is running for president while having 19 felony charges over top secret documents? No. That's his, he can do what he wants. Am I mad that Donald Trump looked Talisha in the eye and said, I'm going to grab her by the blank? Yes. Because that's an injustice. There is a difference. I will always be upset when a powerful man puts Susan in a position to where if she don't take care of Phil, if she don't sleep with me, she's not going to be able to take care of Phil. That's trash. And that's too many powerful men have done that to women. That's what you get mad for. Anything else, there's no need for correction. Get mad because Tracy was physically abused, sexually molested. Don't get mad on because she was lied on and lost her job. That's not an injustice. It can be, but it's not. Get mad on because she lost her job. Now she's suicidal. That's the injustice. Y'all keep trying to save me from my cross when God can't make me a man without it.
Watch yourself.
Now Damali dating me and I ain't shit. I'm sorry, Susan. Now Damali dating me and I can't take care of her. because grace did never let me bear my cross. You're out here making weak men. I'm just talking about men right now. Because you won't let me carry my cross. I can't take care of Talisha. Talisha, I bet you, I hate doing this. I bet you Talisha found a feminine man with charisma who was taken care of by his mom, has mother issues with women, especially his mama, to treat his mama the same way he treats Talisha. Because there's no doggone way Susan gonna be my mom and let me get away with treating Talisha like her ex did. Am I lying, Susan? You act like a mother don't know. I don't know if this man mama alive or dead, but as long as Talisha went through hell, if that mama ain't saying nothing, all she did was reinforce his negative habits. She trash and he trash. Is that too much? It's real though.
No,
I got a
no.
question.
All right. So somebody said they got a question. Let me let Tracy come back up.
Okay.
Get ready, Tracy. Come back up because we wasn't finished. And then I got a message from somebody in lineup, but we wasn't finished. Jesus got upset. So are you right, Tracy? Of course you're right. But about injustice, pay attention to Jesus' motives. Don't pay attention to the tables he flipped. They desecrated the house of God, which lowered the consciousness of the land. That's what made him flip tables, Trinace, because I saw you posted that too. He didn't flip tables because he couldn't master his emotions. He flipped tables because Phil was receiving injustice and it wasn't correct. All of us will pay. God is never asleep. Go ahead, Grace.
Never sleep.
Nor
What? Not slumber.
Slumber.
Oh, slumber.
Slumber.
Yeah.
Never sleep nor slumber. God never sleep. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Private messenger. I'm not gonna do that. I caught that immediately. God would never sleep. I caught that immediately. God would never sleep. You know what? But thanks for warning me because you know I'll do some dumb stuff like that. You know me. If anybody gonna do it, it is me. It's me. Okay. Ain't no sense in me lying. It's me. No, Tracy, back to you in 30 seconds or less. If you're gonna be mad at an injustice. Don't be mad that Phil was adopted as a baby because blank, 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 blank. Because if that did not happen, Phil wouldn't be Phil. Be mad that the woman who won the civil case against Donald Trump, who at least civilly proved she was raped, gotta watch a rapist run for president. You be fucking mad at that. Nah, I deserve that curse word right there. You be fucking mad at that a woman has to watch a rapist be untouchable by the law. That is what you flip tables for. That's injustice. Okay, go ahead, Tracy. Come back and finish your statement. Spread it open, and then whoever said, I got a question, you jump in next. I have no idea who it was.
Okay, if that's what you say, that's
Well, fair enough. But let's talk though. It's not about what I say.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Because
I was drawing from a sacred text though, right? But I wasn't trying to say what I say. I was using systematic theology, is what that's called. That was the whole Genesis to Revelation wrapped
But
up.
like, is it not an injustice for, like you said, he flipped because people were messing stuff up for the team, right? And
That's a
you
fact.
said like sabotaging the team. Like when you are in a relationship with someone, because you was talking about
Keep
somebody
talking.
sleeping with somebody, blah, blah, blah. But when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's supposed to be a team. And if you and that person is a team and y'all are whatever, and you do stuff to sabotage the team, is that not an injustice too? Especially if you and that person, whatever is, like you were saying, people were doing stuff in the temple, and then you say, like, not you say, but then the word say we are God too. So then, like, if you are treating someone the way you're treating them, then isn't that's your, I understand what you're saying with the injustice, with the social aspect of injustice, but is there not an injustice as far as personal? Can you not have a personal injustice towards people or a person or the person that you're with?
This is a very good question, Trinace. I promise I see you. Her question is so good. This is a Urantia and Law of One. Phil, it's making sense how these two books are coming up next, because that's exactly this question. Okay, we have to. Trinace, ask your question first. I'm not going to forget you, Tracy. Your question is so meaty that we need some chili powder and some onion powder. Yeah, I mean, we got to cook this thing up. Yeah, we got to cook this thing up. Go ahead, Trinace.
So, I had a conversation last week when I was in the principal's office, aka.
Okay, so that's me and you. You ain't told nobody else that, right? So that's for me, right?
Right.
Okay, got you. Keep going.
Nobody else. So me and the coordinator, air quotes, who couldn't coordinate herself out of damn paper bag, she and I and the office manager had this meeting. And it's been an interesting week, but at any rate, I felt disrespected because of what she said in the group.
Yeah.
To me directly.
Okay, so Tracy, this is half your question. She is in half the energy of your question. Hopefully she come back to your question, but it sounds like she's about to go all the way left on your question. But keep going.
No, because I've been processing. I have behaved myself.
You did. You didn't like when I gave you suggestions to process at first, though.
But I mean, I'll listen, and then I listen.
You listen, but you didn't but you listened.
So the fact that you were talking about how he asked me, well, Trinace, why do you think people just reject stuff because they can? I say, well, because they don't have no authority at home, and this is the place where they have authority, so they just be rejecting people for no reason. He said, well, why is that? I say, I just think they don't have no power. It's the only place they get to flex their power, and their self-esteem is low. I say, my self-esteem is intact. I don't mind fixing stuff, because it's a lot of stuff that come to my desk that's wrong, and I just fix it, don't even say nothing to nobody. So I can get with we be behaving based on our thing. Now, the thing that I'm still trying to process getting with, because I still got to deal with Amanda.
That's fixed.
I still got to deal with Amanda. You suggested I laugh at her jokes or whatever, try to be friends, but
okay. So now you bring up something on top of Tracy that's a little different. Keep going. I'll address them both.
How I have been dealing with Lady Amanda. Lady Amanda.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Lady Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
It hurt so much, Talisha. You heard her say lady. It hurt so much when she said lady. It hurt so much.
No. That's how she is in my mind. I don't want to, because I don't like her or not like her. I just don't like how she behaves to people in the team. I don't like that. And I've learned that I can no longer champion for the people in the team. I can be frustrated. I can be irritated. But if I don't have a resolution, ain't no need for me to even be nothing. It ain't my business. Just stay in my window. Mind business that pays me out window 13. But Lady Amanda, she has been not acknowledging me, and I don't care. I'd be like, hey girl.
Okay, so we're gonna call this. We're gonna come to you back with mastering your own emotions. That's what we're gonna do you with. Adonia, they tell me it was you who said. Hold on, I got a question. So you ask your
It
question.
was, but my
Take your time.
question compared to this stuff, my question didn't.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going. Where's Tracy at? Okay. I'm going to deal with Trinace backwards. I'm going to deal with Trinace first, then go back to Tracy, and then go to a message that was sent to me for closing thoughts. We're going to deal with Trinace first because it's easier than Tracy's. Tracy has a different problem. Different problem. At some point, if Susan does not master her emotions, she is never going to see that Phil is God or her soulmate or her husband. Just can't happen. At some point, if Phil does not master his emotions, he is never going to see that she is God or his wife or his soulmate. The man, I'm using this generally like mankind, the mankind who cannot master their emotions cannot see Melissa as a human being. See, the only way that I can put my knee on the back of a man's neck for 7 minutes and 53 seconds, it's been a few years now, and we know I'm talking about George Floyd, is to not be able to master my emotions of dehumanizing that man. The only way that I can look at Trinace and say, I don't care how good you treat me, I'm gonna sleep with your blank. Who knows? Is because I can't master my emotions, which is my penis. Is that okay, ladies? Is that okay? Can we say penis without y'all clamming up? Okay, good. You know, Christians don't like penis or nothing. You know, you can't say nothing sexually with Christians, even though sex is tearing up the whole church. Whole church Otis is getting killed by sex, but you can't bring up sex at all to a Christian, you know. But Christians have a whole lot of sex because there's a whole lot of youth in that church, ain't it? Just so we're clear, anyway. So Trinace brings up a really, really, really good thing, because Lady Amanda is not a lady to Trinace. She's saying that. She's training her brain to say that, but that's in her intellect. It's not in her awareness. Good thing, though, Trinace, you're trying. You're on your way. But how, Adrian, let's put me and you together. Tell Big Daddy in the background. It's just an example. Okay, don't beat me up. It's just an example. But me and Adrian, we together now. But in my intellect, I deal with Adrian. How many of you know that you can feel if I fool with Damali or not? If I'm willing to spend time with Damali, you can feel that, can't you? Even though I ain't said nothing, you can feel it, can't you? It's in the energy, ain't it? I walk around the house. I'm really with Damali because I ain't got no place to stay, or she watch my kids. I don't know which one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one. You know how we is when we grown. Damali a good. I'd have been left, but she a good babysitter, and I can't afford daycare. You know how it is. Don't fool me now. Don't fool me. It's how many of you? Come on, okay, ladies. I'm talking ladies only. How many of you wish you love your child, but you wish you can take your sperm back? I mean, you wish you can take. You wish you could unsleep with who you slept with. Can we do that? Okay, come on. Hands up. Don't come on. Keep them up. I love my child, but if I can unsleep with you, I would. I keep my child, but me and you, we done. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. We had spirit fingers. Listen, her shoulder almost flew off. You know, her shoulder blade almost cracked. That's that intellect saying, Lady Amanda. Because it doesn't matter how much Deanna make sure her ex blank, I'm not gonna say his name, Melissa's ex blank, I'm not gonna say his name, I don't even know his name, knows that she's being respectable. Melissa ex knows she don't fool with him. It's not even Melissa. Is this? Am I speaking out of turn? Okay. I don't fool with you. I don't like you. I respect you. I'm keeping it cordial. But even though she not saying mean things, Trinace, he know through energy, I don't fool. You can die. I hope you die. I hope you die. I really do. If you die, right? How many? Okay, I got my hand up first. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? If you would just die, me and my daughter would be so much better. I mean, we would just, I would like.
Let's see. That's
Wait. Hold on. Before you, let's just laugh at the realness of that. Okay, I get you. I'm not saying you saying this today, and you.
I mean,
you're more
I
than
don't
welcome
even
to rebuttal.
you remember I told you that happened on Friday and Monday.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
fine Monday. I went in, good mood, cute, hair's popping, everything. And
But you don't care about
but
Amanda.
you said that you was like, well, you didn't even include her in your forgiveness. I was like, I didn't even care about it no more.
But you know what? But I told you Christ wouldn't do that. I told you if Christ forgave you, Christ would go out of Christ's way to remind you and tell you we good now. See, the difference here is.
I mean, my tone with her says that I'm good now. What I'm supposed to say?
No, that's not inclusion. That's not
Amanda,
inclusion.
good.
That's not inclusion. Just because my tone says, ooh, Phil and Susan, I promise you I'm gonna take care of you. If I don't work my ass off on rhino leg and release it, I'm lying.
But I am working my ass off.
But I talk to Phil and Susan in uncomfortable moments and comfortable moments. I make sure they know I will, if they get uncomfortable, I'm fucking there. Excuse me, Susan. If I'm not, I'm still there. No matter how bad it is, I show up because I include them in the fact that I'm in this fight with them. Because nothing, not Phil or just me, Phil and Susan, none three of us, like I'm not good, they not good, we're all perfect. I can never say Phil ain't here for me. Susan can never say Antonio ain't here for her, and three vice versa. Because as a trio, no disrespect to you, Deanna, as a trio, we include each other in our faith of each other. It is not silent. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but we have Christ-like faith in one another, even in the bad times. And believe me, Phil, and Susan have had bad times. Not bad times. And the crazy thing is, we've had bad times, but it's never spilled into our relationship. And that's a fact. It has, the bad times have never spilled into our relationship. Why? Because we include each other, so we're shielded from the BS. So until you go to this job and include this lady, you ain't Christ-like. And I don't give a damn how much Christianity you're talking about. We had this conversation privately. Until you eat
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All right, then there you go. I'll accept I'm working on it. Yeah, all right.
You
I'll
can't expect
that.
me to go from talking about this heifer get on my damn nerves.
Okay, all right. Then I'll accept that. I
mean,
won't be
really,
no more.
you
I'll
know.
accept that. I'll accept that. I promise you, me, Phil, and Susan are great examples of Christ's consciousness. There's been plenty of trash. There's one dude that tried to turn me against Phil. I don't know if it was Phil or Susan. One dude flat out, I forget what this month. I don't even remember what he said no more. It was tried to turn me all the way against Susan and Phil. Like, am I lying? Feeling Susan, am I lying? Like, told me all sorts of poison. And I was like, fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Literally, I was like, man, watch out, man. And they ain't said, let me call it, I'm gonna call them myself. And I remember I was in the church sanctuary and me and Phil and Susan, we hashed it out. Man, this motherfucker, let me tell you, he lying. That ain't what I said, and that ain't what you said. Man, get the and that very next phone call, I blocked him. And he ain't been here since. That's a fact.
He was a network marketer, you know, just to clear it up. He was some network marketer guy that, you know, just was looking out for what he wanted to get.
Exactly.
And that was
exactly. Got no friends, blah, blah, blah. Phil and Susan got 1,000. Y'all, if you want to know if you're a good person, check how many friends you got. I'm not saying you should have 1,000 friends, because that's a lot. You may be an introvert. But if I got the same friends I had since kindergarten. It's always a red. When I used to date women and they go, I'm a loner. You know what? Red flag. Can't be with you. Because Talisha, if you ain't got no damn friends, you are not friendly. I don't care what you say. You are not worthy of friends.
Antonio, it's funny
Yes,
because
ma'am.
this morning, like at 6 a.m, I'd been, you know, of course, up since 4 or 5, whatever, but I posted something to a childhood friend that we grew up on the hill. We called it the hill. And his parents' house he is selling, and he said something about, and then we went through all the people that lived on the hill and kind of discussed different things about and what a great childhood we had, and great people and all of our parents, and just how wonderful it all was, and how the memories of that just brought warmth to both of us. I can't hear you. You're muted.
My mouse is so sensitive. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Look, I haven't talked to nobody in like 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. But I said, Deanna, back me up. I said, Deanna, now y'all gotta excuse me. I'm gonna say it the way I told Deanna. Don't fuck with Phil and Susan. Okay. So I'm finna disappear. Don't fucking do that. This is like just I said it. This is the way I said it. Deanna, am I lying?
No, you are not lying.
Just so we clear. Now, I'm gonna be gone. But you can't say you love me and you fuck with Phil and Susan. Did I not say that?
Yes, you did.
Okay, then. That's when you include people in your apology. And I know because Jana gave me a daily report. Yeah, I didn't. I'm still working on this. Oh yeah, Susan's happy. I got plenty of reports because my directive was don't mess with Phil and Susan while I'm gone. Everybody else, all right, then we get it, but don't do this. It's the one thing I'm asking. I'll cancel class for the next 9 weeks. You cannot do this. Is when you include people in your apology. If you don't do that, how are you being Christ? That's okay. Janae said, I got you. It's Christ. When and they know this is the first. I ain't said this out loud. I ain't text Phil or Susan. I was struggling with right on leg. I ain't text Phil or Susan, nobody. But my word said, you're going to take care of these two. Fuck these other people, excuse me. But that's what it was. I did say that. I did. Because nobody, no offense to y'all, has put their life on the line more than Phil, Susan, Grace, or Deanna. Or Adonia. That's a fact. That's a fact. So if you don't like that, You can get some of these Trinace cuss words. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is what it is. So I had to make sure that she didn't drop the ball there, because I knew in order for me to speed this up, I needed to disappear. And here's the crazy thing. They include me in they forgiveness. So they let me fucking disappear. Like, if your friends don't let you disappear to get better, them ain't your friends.
And I've been telling Deanna for you guys to watch something late at night together that's kind of funny, just to kind of release some of your what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay. Did you tell me, Deanna? Did you tell me this? Where was it?
No, but she sent it to me. I'm about to text it to you now.
Okay, so we're probably watching tonight, then. Yeah, we're probably watching tonight. Good.
Take a while.
It's been rough. No,
it's
been
like
rough.
5 seasons.
Oh, she loved that stuff. Yeah, you soon as you said 5 seasons, you had
It
her.
won Emmy Awards.
Okay, she just sent it to me right now, Mrs. Maisel. She just sent it to me right now. Yeah. She just sent it to me right now. Look, I forgot who was supposed to come next. Adrian.
After Macy was Tracy.
Tracy, yeah, get ready, Tracy. I'm so sorry. Adrian, if I don't love your childhood trauma, I shouldn't be with you. That's Christ consciousness. See, here's the deal.
Wow. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm trying to be Kanye right now. I don't mean to cut you off.
Now you get,
But-
Beyonce had the best video of all time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Jamali just said in the chat, my childhood best friend is no longer communicating with me. Mourn the friendship and reflected on it. She wasn't a good friend anyway.
Been there. I'll say this. I've said it before, but sometimes you got to kill friendships in order to let people live. Sometimes it's Otis need to kill Antonio, or Otis need to kill our relationship. Somebody got to die. The relationship or me, but somebody got to die. And if you want to stay out of jail, kill the relationship. If you don't mind going to jail, kill Antonio. It really is that simple. But sometimes you got to kill a friendship in order for that friend to stay living. And it's the truth. It sucks. I didn't say it feels good, Trinace. But you know what I know? You know what all of us know? Time will make that shit feel better. The problem is I can't just ball up enough time and throw it at Damali. I wish I could. Like, girl, here's this time to make you feel better. Nope. God want her to go through every second. Why? I don't know. Do I want to jump in front of those seconds and protect her? Yes. Should I? No. Because Damali can't love her husband until she lose her friend. Maybe her friend, I don't know about this, but maybe her friend maybe she was more friend to her friend than friend to her husband. How about that? I'm not that she ain't said that. I don't know. That's not what I'm saying. No, just you can defend yourself, Damali, but I don't mean for you to defend yourself. I'm using you as a platform to talk to Antonio, because Antonio like to hide behind Damali. You know what I'm saying? You said I'm using the platform to talk to you, Deanna. Is that what you said, or you want to talk? Okay, go ahead.
So one of the things that I have learned when it comes to why we have to lose people and why we have to go through the process of that is because there's a lesson that we need to learn attached to whatever trauma we have experienced. And when we come out of it, and we come out of it with Tracy emotional intelligence, because that's what Tracy teaches, we come out of it being logical about the situation and not emotional about the situation, so we can learn from the mistakes that we've made and heal from the trauma, or identify a trauma so we can heal from it. that's why there's a reason, a season, and a lifetime for the people, places, and things in your life. So what I've learned is when I have learned and still learning how to take emotion out of it and think, okay, what did I need to learn from this? Oh, snap. This is why I was in that relationship, because I needed to learn this. And now that I've learned this, I can let that relationship go. I can heal from this pain. I acknowledge the fact that it hurt me, but I can heal from this and I can move on from that person. That person was in my life to teach me a lesson, or I held on to that person because I was looking for this type of relationship, not understanding that I was looking for that type of relationship because I didn't have that relationship growing up, or I had trauma in that type of relationship. So that's what I've learned about why we go through things and why we have these relationships. Or
I'm gonna go ahead and confirm what you're saying, because the
Yeah.
thing about my best friend and I was that we were childhood best friends. So in adulthood, we saw each other 2 or 3 times a year, and we talked to each other 2 or 3 times a year. But whenever we saw each other, it was all love, and that's what our relationship dynamic was. But I boiled it down to when I was in Nigeria 2 years ago. She called and told me she was going through a divorce, right? And then when I came back from Nigeria, it was COVID, and I got laid off from life. And so, we talked again, in 6 months or whatever. And after that, a year. And then she just stopped communicating here, like just not answer the phone, Facebook, like nothing. So I just blocked her and everything and just started mourning a relationship, because obviously she doesn't want to communicate. So I just left it at that. Well, I left my phone unblocked, but I blocked her on Facebook and social media. But what I boiled it down to is showing up. Like, we didn't make time to show up for each other in a life outside of, okay, it's the holiday, it's that time, hey, let's, stop by each other's house 30 minutes. I stop by your mom's and you stop by my mom's, and that's what we do. And that was it. So when I guess I didn't show up for her during her divorce, but I was going through a lot in life too. And, the dynamic of our relationship just wasn't going to change for me just because we have a divorce. Because first of all, I'm a horrible communicator, period. And I was going through too much, just everything. So for me, for you to end the relationship because we hadn't communicated, I guess the way she needed me to, says enough about our relationship. And the fact that you never show up for me anyway, it's like, so I just have to mourn a relationship and let it go.
I'm gonna say something. I agree everything you said, but I got you to this. I promise. We're ending at 8:30, everybody, or in 26 minutes. So you don't have to wonder how long we're going over. I'm telling everybody we're ending at 26 minutes. I got you, Talisha. Give me 1 minute. I agree everything you said, Damali. I have no correction for you, but I do want to say that find peace with the pain. I didn't say find peace with your decision.
Mm-hmm.
Find peace with the pain that flowed from your decision. And then your decision won't even be a decision. Once you find peace with that pain, it's not even, it becomes Tuesday. It's the pain that reminds you of so many different things, how you've been played and blah, blah, blah.
So that's
and
a
that's
book.
just what it is. Yeah,
that's a book. Finding peace with the pain. That's a book.
My show the hell is. Okay, yeah. Find peace with the pain. There it is. Okay, Talisha, then Tracy, and then Trinace. Talisha, Tracy, Trinace. Remember, just to keep y'all out the dark, we are in 24 minutes. I promise you, we're not going over. But this was designed this way because I'm setting up 12 weeks, and this class is doing a lot of double duty. Go ahead, Talisha, Tracy, Trinace.
So I just wanted to kind of add on
take your time.
what Deanna was saying, and then Antonio, you kind of summed it up for me, because I didn't know how to put it in words of what I felt with this divorce and everything that's been taking place with me. I found peace. It was just, that's why we all talked about, about the husband sleeping with the two. For me, I'm not a kid anymore.
No.
I can't cry or hide anymore.
No, you can't. You got a daughter to raise.
I have to get with the program, and life brings crap. And I feel like since I was a kid, I wanted to run away from pain, but pain followed me regardless of what I wanted.
Right.
And to throw a temper tantrum, my emotions throwing temper tantrums. And the older me looks at it, and it's just like looking at that immature, emotional person that like, this shouldn't be happening to you. You need to get over it, and want to get revenge. I look at her and I'm just like, you're really acting a butt. And so now that I feel like this divorce really, really was like what Deanna said, it had to help me.
It did.
It had to help me come to
Keep going. I'm gonna write something
understanding
down.
that peace inside, no matter what pain I went through with him, I can look at him and smile. I can look at him and smile with no pain, no hurt in my heart.
Good for you.
And I just quit my job
Very surprising.
a week ago. No, I think or 2 weeks ago. Well, it was last week I quit, but I was at peace. I was okay with letting that go. And it was kind of similar to what Trey Nace was saying. I think I told y'all the lady told me, a leadership told me she, something about her wanting to slap me. I didn't let that go like that. She said something like that to me. And instead of me letting that other Talisha come out, yeah, I'm just at a point where I don't want to say weak. I have no time for BS no more. Like, it's just, nothing fazes me anymore. Like, I just go with the punches. And I feel like since I've been going through the punches and healing myself, I'm at this stage where I just let go and let God at this, like, I just feel that release. And because I let go of this job, because of the stuff that was going on, God has shown me mercy and grace and blessed me with a bigger paying job with my own office. And I'm grateful. I am grateful. And that happened within a week. So it's just like, why fight my battles? Yeah, this is so emotional because I've been wanting a dad.
Nah, you
And
just let me
this has been a
$20.
father to me for so long. And if I would have just stopped fighting for myself and allow him to step in way quicker and way sooner, I would be so much farther. But I'm grateful for where I'm at. That's all I want to say.
Well, you said it well, and good for you. You said it well and good for you. I don't really want to say nothing here, but I want to challenge some of y'all. I want to challenge some of y'all. Just because you are helped does not mean you are healed.
Watch yourself.
So while Talisha is helped, she still hates men. She is not healed. While she is blessed, men still ain't shit. She is not healed. You get it? The good thing, though, Talisha, is God invented language. Allow me to explain. There's something called a participle. In English, you understand it as ing. I say lloviendo. Sorry, that's Spanish. It's raining. I really didn't do that on purpose. It's raining. Ando and ing are the same thing in English and Spanish. Ing. So let's take a set of stairs, Talisha. Talisha is not down the stairs. Let me put this out alone. Talisha has not made it down the stairs, Otis. She's not ready yet. She's not healed. Talisha Susan is not at the top of the stairs either. Talisha has not reached, let's say down the stairs is her destination. Talisha has not arrived, past tense. Past tense means the action has already occurred. She is there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Trinace, here one of your Sunday school lessons. Arrived means she got there, went through the process, and has finished. She has not arrived. To be at the top of the stairs means she has not begun, or began, or begin. She ain't there either. Talisha is on her way. There's a word for on your way called going. And going is a participle. Allow me to make everybody shout now, Otis. Talisha does not go down the stairs because go says that's what she did. Talisha has not went down the stairs because she already went. Talisha is going down the stairs. It means, Talisha, here's your shouting cue. She ain't got there yet, but she on her way. Somebody missed it. That's all right. Come on, Adonia. You can shout with me. She ain't got all the way to the finish line, but she on her damn way, Adrian. She ain't healed, but a participle means an action has occurred. There's no end in sight yet. Yet. God has not failed me yet. Finish that song for me, Grace. He's never failed me.
Oh shoot. How does this? That's it. That's it.
Okay, so
We come
15
this far
people
by
know
faith.
that song. Okay, we come this far by faith. Talisha, don't you say she's progressing? Another participle. You're on your way. How dare I? I said this like 6 years ago. I'll say it now. I realized this. I was walking my oldest son. He's 14 now, about to be 15 in October. We walking to this when he was still in school. I pulled him out of school in first grade. And he's actually in the 12th grade now. But anyway, his age is in 9th grade. He's in the 12th grade, but that's irrelevant. And it was mosquitoes outside. I don't know if you know about mosquitoes, Phil, even though you live in the Florida, where the mosquitoes pack you away like they do in Texas. I'm just being facetious here. The mosquitoes was outside. And Talisha, I was like, come on, Aiden, come on. And see, it was easy for me to walk to the car because I got these long legs. At the time, he was 5, Susan. So it took us the same destination, had the same feet or yards or meters to get to, but his legs were shorter. Took him more work to get to where I got to. Talisha, I do not judge you for your spiritual legs being shorter than mine. Somebody should have heard that.
Watch yourself.
Loud and clear.
It take her more steps to get to where I got to. That don't mean she ain't gonna get to where I got to. Do you understand? That don't mean she ain't gonna get to where I got to. That don't mean she's not gonna get to where I got to. You understand? All right, Tracy, you go ahead. And go and preach while you're up in here because we're getting ready to end in 14 minutes. You go ahead and preach. Go ahead. You're a preacher anyway. You called. I don't know if you know. Do you know you called? Never mind. Don't let me bother you. Don't let me bother you. I'm sorry. You hear it all the time, though, don't you? Use a damn lie. Don't make me cuss.
Then you go meddling.
Don't make me. Let me put you on speaker view. Let me put you on speaker view. Go ahead, Tracy. Come on. Come on in here, preach.
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Taking
All
it
right.
like I just don't want to. I don't want to become emotionless.
Okay.
Like,
Trinace,
when it comes to that,
Trinace, you go first, and then we're gonna let her come back a little bit less emotional. Go ahead, Trinace.
You muted, Trinace.
Yeah, so this was good. I'm progressing with my work with Lady Amanda. Maybe I'll call her Lady Amanda out loud. Maybe that'll help me further.
She is a thorn in your side right now. Let me tell you.
Yeah, because
She represents your childhood trauma. She represents something in your childhood trauma that bothers the hell out of you.
Yeah, don't be talking shit and think you ain't gonna get shit talked
Right. There you
I
go.
ain't no punk.
There you
I'm
go.
not. Just because I sit here quiet don't mean shit. You can get it. That's what that means.
All right then.
So,
So now there you
You
go.
know, I understand what it is. So she is Lady Amanda. And when I saw her today, I was like, oh, I haven't seen you all day today, girl. She's like, oh no, I have been here. I'm like, oh, and went on back to my little window because I couldn't take it no more. I've had enough.
Okay.
That's so it's just it's a process. I'm not going.
It is a process.
I'm not
That's
going.
what you came here for.
I'm not going to automatically be good with her.
But I will say this. I will say this. If you don't hurry up and conquer this battle, you're gonna come down to this illusion again, just to start over from where you left off.
So that's the other thing. That's what I understood. That's why.
Okay, because your ranching and law of one gonna help you out with that. If you don't fix it now, you'll be back.
So that's why. That's why
it gets on your nerves.
So that's why I understood. She is now Lady Amanda.
Fair enough.
And I'm not gonna go out of my way to get with her sneakily like I can, because I know I can tell you off real quick and you not even know it until tomorrow that
You bring up a good point. Let me say this real quick, and you look very pretty today. Let me say this real quick. Y'all don't need to go out your way for ascension. You relax into ascension. I said something there, Phil. You trying to go out your way to forgive your husband, your ex-husband, excuse me. You relax into the vibration of forgiving him. Y'all stop trying to get over stuff. Damali, don't get over nothing. Relax into not needing to get over. Now, why you think y'all more calm high? Because being high make you relax. It has its purpose. Being high puts you closer to source vibration.
Okay, can I jump in right there?
Let me turn this down so Chance don't hear this. Let me turn this down so Chance don't hear this.
But the goal is to be high without having to have chemically inducing drugs. Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay. You said relax into the vibration of the forgiveness.
That's right.
Now, this is what my attempt is, to relax into it. But
talk to me.
With relaxing into it, it kind of turns into kind of like what Talisha was saying. She's like, you know what, hey, it don't even bother me no more. But is that nothing against what you said, but for me, if I say, you know what, it ain't even gonna bother me no more. For me, that is me taking my emotion out of it and then becoming more emotionless with relationships. And so then
you were spot on to the last part. You were spot on to the last part. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to even let it bother me. But when I say that in my thoughts, I'm like, I don't want to become emotionless to it, but I know I need to control the emotion. Is that
right? Okay. Everything you said was beautiful to the last part where become emotionless in relationships.
Wait,
just give me 1 second, Diana. Just give me 5 seconds. Tracy, your God, your Father, your Son, and your Holy Spirit tells you to worship them in spirit because they're in relationship. So how dare you not be in relationship? Stop, Grace. Stop being in a relationship with God, but not in a relationship with me. You can't love God and not love people. Tracy, everything you said was right until you separated relationship with people from relationship with God, because every person you're not in a relationship with is God. And you know that until you pissed off. There we go. Go ahead, Deanna.
There's the rub.
What Antonio said was the thing, because I do the same thing with Tracy. What you said is what I do or did. Working through.
Deanna,
I am
Deanna.
queen.
If you want to make Deanna is a narcissist. Deanna is a narcissist. And most of y'all in this call a narcissist. And here's how you can prove you're a narcissist. If you a narcissist, call them out on their behavior, because a narcissist wants to prove to Susan how nice they are. They need that illusion. Deanna got y'all food. Deanna is Tupac Shakur reincarnated. They just lived at the same time. She need tattoos on her face, Phil, and right here, like Crip Life or something right there on her face. Deanna's a gangster. Okay, she is a gangster. Y'all stop letting her fool you. Keep going. I just wanted to go ahead.
Tracy, I get what you're saying 100% because I've done it. So I won't feel the pain. I say, you know what? I ain't even gonna worry about it. And I cut off everything from the emotion. There is no emotion there. But what I've learned is the reason why I do that, because I don't want to feel the pain. But here recently, what I've started doing is I've started acknowledging, because there is within me a little girl who is screaming loud, no, that's not fair. That shouldn't happen. Da, da, da. And I'm telling her, shh, shut up, go sit in the corner. But when I tell her, I hear you. I understand you feel it's not fair. You feel it's not fair. I understand it hurts. But what we're going to do is we're going to work through this together.
Right.
We are going to hurt. We are going to be angry, and that's okay. But we are no longer going to live in it. And that's when you'll be able to go with the flow of whatever it is without becoming emotionalist. You have to acknowledge the emotion.
Right.
Allow yourself to feel the emotion, but don't live in it. Don't, if you say, you know what, I'm done with it, and you become emotionalist, something is going to happen that's going to trigger that emotion over and over and over and over until you actually acknowledge it. Once you actually acknowledge it and you sit with it and say, okay, look, this is how I'm feeling. Like I have this conversation all the time. I tell her all the time, I say, okay, look, calm down. I understand how you feel. It happened earlier this week. And I had to tell her, I understand how you feel. I understand you want to rip the roof off the house.
That mean it happened with me.
No.
I just didn't. Oh, you talking about the whole dad thing and blah, I got it. Yeah, because you almost made me feel.
I
had to help you with that one too.
Yeah, and I had to talk to her and I had to tell her, I understand you upset. I understand you scared. I understand you ready to rip the roof off the house. I understand you ready to flip over tables and burn stuff down. But we're not going to do that this time. We're going to go through this pain. We're going to go through this anger. We're going to go through this hurt. But it's okay. Breathe. I'm acknowledging how you feel. But breathe, and we got this. So Tracy, so you don't become emotionalist, you have to have that conversation with your little girl. Be like, okay, I understand. I get it. But we are going to be okay. And when I tell you, them emotions flood. I'll be sitting here and I'll just start crying. Because I was like, because I say, okay, we feel it. Let's go through the pain. Let's go through the hurt. Let's go through the anger. But then we're going to be happy that we understood what's going on, and we're going to think about this in a logical way and work through it. I hope that helped.
No, definitely helped. I got to cut off all comments because I promised y'all 8:30. This is a 3-minute, 53-second video. It's from one of my favorite video games. Otis, this is the reason why you and me and Deanna and Grace are working on our stories. This is the reason why this game is considered one of the greatest stories of all time. And I literally did this whole call for this one clip.
Get out of here, Captain Monroe.
I fear it may be Mr. Monroe from now on.
I'm sorry about your career. Here. Here's some money.
Let me pause it. Y'all can hear, right? You want to mute my mic? Because I got my, okay.
Take it,
Yes.
get out of here. Start a new life somewhere. I hear Tahiti's nice.
Thank you.
Just hop on a train to Saint Denis, jump on a boat, but avoid Guam.
Where?
Forget about it.
Meet me at the reservation.
Morgan, are you okay?
Well, never better. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm on my way down to Mexico. They're finally sending me on a mission. Brother Dorkins is very jealous. What's wrong?
I'm dying, sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I got TB. I got it. Beating a man to death for a few bucks. I've lived a bad life, sister.
We've all lived bad lives, Mr. Morgan. We all sin. But I know you.
You don't know me.
Forgive me, but that's the problem. You don't know you.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but whenever we happen to meet, you're always helping people and smiling.
I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. And it weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
All aboard! I shall try.
I know you will. Goodbye, goodbye, Mr. Morgan. Goodbye.
Sister?
I can give you background text, or you can watch Red Dead Redemption, all cutscenes on your own, Red Dead Redemption 2. But we end with this. I lived a bad life, sister. And then she says, we all have. And that's the focus. If you were somebody on this planet that thinks you have done good in life, you've missed a point of coming down here. You've missed it. Phil nor Susan have ever done good. There is no good. There is no bad. You come here to ascend on whatever route that you ascend. So, oh, I'm Antonio. I've saved millions of people. Yet, according to your Bible, Adrian, people like me gonna be the first ones in hell. This ain't about doing good. And if you think, Trinace, Antonio, Deanna, Tracy, Grace, that you doing good, you're the problem with this planet. Because Melissa, if you think you good, you automatically tell me I'm bad. That's not what I mean, says Otis. Use a lie. Because good, by definition, Damali, is a comparative verb. That's what the hell it is. It means I'm comparing something. You can't say something is good without comparing it to something bad. So the moment Adrian thinks she lived a good life, she is telling me I have not. And that's not Christ's behavior. Imagine if the New Testament, Jesus said, well, Tracy, I lived a good life. What the hell are you going to do? That's something Antonio would say, not Christ. So as we close, 1 minute, excuse me for being 3 minutes over. Listen to me. You ain't good. And you didn't come here, Otis, to be good. You came here to do good, not be good. Being good tells Damali she is bad. Doing good tells Damali she belongs in the kingdom of heaven. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Love you, everybody.
Love you
Love
more.
you more.
See you next Thursday.
Great class.
Yes, ma'am.